I'm driven by a mission that is about delivering affordable access to patients across the world. And in that, I believe it's about an economy of scale that can actually develop a very sustainable and profitable business. Far too often, I've heard the pharmaceutical industry talk about the need for high price medicine because they feel that they need a return on their investment. But the way I look at big pharma is that they're only focused on very small markets with very small patient populations. And therefore, they don't have to bother about economies of scale, and therefore, they have to price their products so high. On the other hand, when I look at the world markets, I look at the global markets, from the lower and middle income countries to the most affluent countries. And I feel patients in every part of the world needs access to affordable medicines. And I therefore believe that what I'm doing is compassionate capitalism because I'm looking at the needs of patients. After all, we are in a humanitarian business. It's about patients. It's about giving medicines to patients who need it, not about giving medicines to patients who can afford it. So I think if you're driven by a sense of purpose, I think it makes it all the more easy and all the more worthwhile to do what you're doing.
And where do you see yourself, Kiran, in 5 years' time?
It's very difficult to be a soothsayer in terms of a 5 year horizon because things change so rapidly. But if I were to assume that all that we are doing today is going to succeed, I do see ourselves playing a significant role in disrupting the value chains and the healthcare economics the world over, because I think that's what is required today. Most economies cannot afford what it's paying for healthcare, and I think companies like ours can make a big difference to that challenge, and we can disrupt pricing, supply chains, and we can actually make a difference to delivering on affordable access.
I think that's so important, and the affordability question. It's not just emerging markets, for want of a better phrase. It's also developed markets as well. I mean, healthcare is becoming unaffordable, and so we do need, I would argue, fairer reimbursement systems, whatever they may look like, across the whole spectrum of healthcare.
Absolutely, Pamela, because in fact, just to give you an example, the US is grappling with a huge challenge of insulin pricing, where a large number of people who need insulin can't even afford the price at which insulin is provided in the US. And we know what the cost of that insulin is, and we want to go and disrupt that problem that they're facing in the US. Today, I'm proud that I'm the lowest cost insulin producer in the world. Then I realized that cancer was another very, very challenging area because of the new biologics and how they could actually bring, almost cures to cancer patients. And again, I realized that most of these drugs were beyond the reach of anyone in our country. So again, I embarked upon developing biosimilar antibodies, which then the people could afford. And today, I think, again, I'm very proud that we are the lowest cost producers of these biosimilar antibodies as well. In addition to that, Kiran, I'm very excited in terms of what technology has to offer to transform healthcare and democratize it, because I know in a country like India, there's a huge disconnect and a divide between the quality of healthcare in urban India and the lack of quality healthcare in rural India. And I do believe that digital technologies can actually bridge the huge deficit we have. And in fact, the Indian government has come up with a national digital health mission to see how we can transform the healthcare system in India.
So in closing, and I've really enjoyed our discussion today, but what is the one piece of advice you would give aspiring entrepreneurs that you wish that somebody had told you when you were starting all those years ago?
Well, Every entrepreneur starts with an idea, and it's about shaping that idea with a sense of purpose and a huge sense of confidence that you can take it to the market. I think that's the journey you have to focus on. And you've got to believe in your capabilities to do that. That's my advice to entrepreneurs. Run with that idea and make sure that you have the confidence and the endurance to see it all the way across the finishing line.
Kiran, it's been fantastic talking to you today. Really enjoyable. Really good luck. Well, not that I think you need it at Biocon, and it's inspiring to really listen to your journey and the enthusiasm and the passion. It certainly still lives with you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Pamela. It's been a pleasure. And of course, I need all the luck even now because I have a long way to go.